Resource items in Jonas Activity Management, Event Management are used to bill rentals or different resources that the club has available that could be tacked on to an event billing. So you wouldn't typically use resource for food or beverage, but you would typically use resources for things like linens, extra chairs, or AV equipment. So to create a new resource, we do first need to ensure that there's a point of sale item eligible to be billed as a resource. How are point of sale items eligible to be billed as resources? That's actually determined by their sales category. So what you'll do first is go to point of sale system, system setup, and then sales categories, and you'll need at least one category that's marked as eligible as an event resource. Select your category and go to the Other Modules tab to make sure that it is flagged under Activity Management category as an event resource. You can see there are other event options here such as facility, beverage, food, or other services, and pricing. In this case, we are creating a resource or a rental, so we need a category for resources. Hit OK to get out of here, and what we'll do is go ahead and set up our new resource sales item. So the key to the sales item is how they're coded. You can try and code your items to match up with their categories, and in the example of events, I've put an EV in front of all my event items, and then the next letter determines what it is. So EVB for beverage, F for food, and if I continue to scroll down, I should see EVR for resource. My next available resource number would be 002, so that's the one I'll create today. So we'll hit set up another sales item, type in my new code, and then key in the description. So this is the description of the sales item that shows up on your reports. In this case, let's create a resource for DJ equipment. If you hit enter, it will drop that down into the CHIT description line, which is what shows up on the receipt if this was ever to be billed through point of sale. The next two lines are for button description, so if you were ever to have to bill this through point of sale, this is what your server would see on the button. And then we attach our sales category, and this is the category that we just looked at, the one that's marked as eligible as an event resource. You can key in a price now, or you can leave it at 0 and then you will have to key in the price for every item. And if you go ahead and hit OK to save it, that sales item is now created, and we can move on into our activity management program and get it there. So the key to getting your sales items into your activity management program is running an integration. So you can find the integration under System Administration and then Integration. This is what takes all of your users, your members, your sales items, your categories from your core Jonas program and pulls them into activity management. So to start the integration, just click on the gear with the play button, hit yes that you do want to update your files, and you'll see a little confirmation down in the bottom corner just telling you that the synchronization process has started. So now that we've got confirmation that our synchronization has completed successfully, what we'll need to do is create the resource in the activity management program. So to create a resource, you'll go to System Administration and then Resources. Hit New to create a new resource, and then give your resource a description or a name. The Quantity button actually allows you to track how many you have available, and it can warn you if you've overbooked or you've booked too many of this resource. So if I only have 2 sets of DJ equipment, I would check off to track availability, and that way if 2 were booked at the same time, it would not allow me to book a third. Once you've got the main screen filled out, what you'll do is go to Event Management, and you would check off that this resource can be reserved for events, and just tell me what facility this resource is eligible for. If it's all facilities, what you can do is right-click and hit Select All. If it's just certain facilities, then you can just check off those boxes individually. The next tab is Tasks, and this is where you will fill out any tasks that can be associated with this resource. So if you are using the Tasks tab in the event setup, any task you put in here would automatically go to that tab when the resource was added to the event. And then we have Pricing. So pricing is where we attach our new billing item, the sales item that we just created, to the resource, and you'll see our price gets pulled in here as the default member and retail price. If you are using the budget system, In Event Management, what you can do is drop down this list and choose your budget category. Hit Save, and now you've created a new resource. To confirm that this resource is eligible for events, what you can do is go to Event Management, open up one of your events, and then we'll go to the Resource tab and actually add it to the event. So under the grouping description of resources or rentals, I can drop down the next available line and find my new resource attached there. I'll line up a quantity of 1, and you'll see, if you remember, I said I only have 2 on hand. Now I've only got 1 available.